What if your account is compromised and hacker able to change the multi-factor authentication and set his mobile number instead of yours and change the password? Then you do not have access. And on top of that, if you are the global administrator in your organization and all this activity happens to your account, so what kind of a damage that hacker is going to provide to your account? So how you are going to block your multi-factor authentications should not be able to change with the or by the hacker. So in this video, I'm going to show you there is a one conditional access policy every organization must have to not able to change multi-factor authentication. So how you can do that? And this is the great policy, and I also tell you another policy which going to complement this policy also. So first we'll see, first we are in a Intra ID a portal, and under this policy we are going to create a risky user policy. That user, if the risky user we found, then that user not able to change the multi-factor authentication unless the IT admin allow that things to happen, like remove the whitelist that risky user and allow to make changes. So which policy and how the policy configuration look like, so I'm going to tell you. So we are going to create a new policy, and we are going to type the block MFA for block MFA registration for risky user, and I'm going to set this for all user. Target resource, under this target resource this time we are going to create a user action, and we need the register security information. So this security information is basically we not going to allow. Okay, so network is basically, so actually we are not allowing anyone here. So we'll jump to the condition, and under this risk user, so if any risk user is found, then he is not able to do anything. So it's basically configure risky user labels need to policy to be enforced. So this policy going to enforce. If we check this low, then if the Microsoft found any activity as a risk user, and this user also, like if you want like a very sensitive policy, then you can go for the low also. I don't see any harm in that. Having a proactively do something and find this risky user thing, that you can do this done. And under the grant access, I going to set this a block, and nothing. It's just a block access. Select, and I'll just exclude myself. So see how this this policy react. As a best practice, always set the policy in report only, so that if any changes is doing, it should not affect your production environment, all users. So just see how this policy works, and then turn on this policy. So I'll just create the policy for now. So what will happen is any risky user, those risky users not able to change the security info. So if I go here under the identity and risky user, so I do not have any. So if any risk user is here, those users not able to change a security information, and their access will be blocked. Access is not going to block, but this security info changes are blocked. In future, if I found any risk user here, I will show you that. This is the one policy that you need to create. Another complement policy I will cover in the next video, and I will see if I able to create any risk user here, and then I'll show you how to create that policy, and what is the user how user will see this in action.